Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about something truly remarkable, something that is going to be a game changer for your programs. Today I will introduce to you something that may change the way you code forever. Introducing the subroutine, a program within your program. To save you rewriting lots of code again and again, you can use what we at Apple are calling the subroutine. This is a set of instructions designed to perform a frequently used operation in a program. Now, the subroutine comes available in two types. We have the procedure, and then we have the function. But what do our subroutines actually do? Well, allow me to show you. Let's say you want to know today's date. Now, typically, you would write a piece of code that would display this. And if you wanted this to be repeated later on down in your program, you would repeat this code. The problem with this is it means your code will look far too cluttered. And that's why we at Apple have created the subroutine, a solution to the age-old problem of how do I write less code and have less errors. It's as simple as this. Assign a name to your short piece of instructions. Then indent those instructions under this name. And there you go. You've got a subroutine. Now look how easy it is to use. If I want to display the date for my program, instead of repeating the code at different points in my program, I simply do this. And then this happens. I know. Truly remarkable. We named this calling a subroutine. Just to be clear, when we want to use the subroutine, this is calling a subroutine. And when we are creating a subroutine, we call this declaring or defining a subroutine. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are the benefits of using our subroutines? Well, first, it allows you to reuse code. It then improves the overall structure of your code. And as we're using less code, that also means there is far less chance of errors. Earlier, I told you that the subroutine comes available in two models or types, the function and the procedure. But what's the difference? Well, let's look at them like two friends. When you call your first friend, he will always return your call. So we'd call this friend fun. But your second friend, well, he never returns your call. So he's not fun. Now, in the same way, the function is fun. We even put fun in its name. Whenever you call on the function, it will return a value for your program to use. Whereas the procedure is not fun, because when you call a procedure, it never returns a value. Now, a quick heads up before we continue. A common misconception is that the word return means the same thing as output. This is under no circumstances true. An output presents something to the user. However, a return makes something available for the rest of the program to use. Think about it as a school classroom. When the teacher is taking the register acts like a function in the sense that it returns data on who is present. The register does not present this to anyone outside the room, but it simply makes this data available to the staff members or parts of the program who need to access it, in the same way that a function makes data available for whatever code needs to use it. So here's a deeper look at declaring a subroutine in Python. Here you can see we declare our subroutine name in that first line. DEF standing for define. And I'm calling my subroutine say this. You can name your subroutine anything you want. We then put in our instructions indented underneath. So in this case, I have put print, this line came from the subroutine. Okay. We then unindent to declare the end of our subroutine and carry on with our program. Now here's what happens when we run this code. Notice the subroutine instructions did not do anything. In fact, we only outputted what was outside the subroutine. That's because you always need to call the subroutine in order for those instructions to play out. So we'll put that in there. Remember, this is how we call a subroutine. Now let's see what happens. And there we have it. It now shows the instructions in the subroutine. So there you have it. The subroutine, a program within your program.
Now this is the story all about Python, a language you can program with. And I like to take a minute to sit right here, tell how I got into loops and caffeine.